you posted a picture of your favorite candies, pyramid style,
Yes.
and you had Reese's at the top. You did this during
Obviously.
Halloween week, and I had a lot of problems with the pyramid.
A lot of people had problems with the pyramid. It was meant to provoke discussion, but it felt like nobody had a problem with Reese's being number one. The problem that everybody had was, and I didn't realize I was the only one that thought this, that plain M&Ms are better than peanut M&Ms. Turns out I was wrong. It wasn't one of those things like, well, that's just your opinion, Wilds. You're allowed to have it. Nope. Every single person said I was wrong. So I said, you know what? I'll fold my hand on that one. I was wrong about that. I would flip those if I did it again.
So people have peanut M&Ms over plain M&Ms.
I was the only person. So I folded my hand on that. If I was tune in next year to see where they rank.
See, I feel like those two are kind of their own candies. I don't feel like they're even like brothers or siblings or sisters or even cousins. I just feel like they're over here and over here. They're so different. And when I went to the Clipper game on Saturday, and they had the plain M&Ms and the peanut M&Ms, and I really thought about it. I'm like, am I in a plain M&M mood or peanut M&M mood? And I was like, you know what? I'm in a peanut M&M mood.
Wow.
And I grabbed those instead. But I don't feel like they swim in the same pool.
See, here's my argument if I was to make it. If I want chocolate, I'll go with a Reese's. Or I already have the box checked on that. And if I want M&Ms, I'll go with an M&M. The peanut M&M is living in the middle of that somewhere. So for me, it doesn't work. And a lot of people will say, well, what about the candy shell? I get that from the M&M. So I don't need the peanut M&M to even exist, but everyone's mad at me.
So here is my biggest pick. I think the 100-gram bar is the best chocolate bar on the planet. And I think everybody really deep down thinks this, but nobody wants to admit it. And if you put, like we have a candy jar in our house. And you've been to our house, and there's 2 full jars of candy because for some reason my wife likes having candy in the house. The 100 grams are always gone. And
really?
We start out equally, and they just get pulled out. I don't know anybody who's against 100 grand. I think it's the perfect chocolate bar. And I actually think they market it badly. I feel like their campaign, almost how like LeBron has been marketing himself as like since The Last Dance as like the GOAT. And he's just done all of these different things to kind of push this whole, well, look at my whole career. Look at what else can I do? I'm still playing 22 years. 100 grand needs to hire like a media strategist to really grab the corner of the Go candy bar because I don't think it's there yet.
You're saying just being named after a denomination of money isn't really getting it done for the 100 grand bar.
No, I think people mispronounce it. I think some people call it the 100,000 grand bar, or they can't remember which one it is. But then when they have it, it's delicious. You go into like a Rite Aid or you go into a CVS. Sometimes you can't even find them.
No, can I tell you something? Little ugly for a candy.
Yeah, maybe they need a complete rebrand.
It's kind of bumpy. It's not sure of itself. Versus when you take out, for example, Hershey's Kiss. Aesthetically, the Hershey Kiss is just perfect. It's silver. It's got the little hat on it for the
you get to interact
wrapper.
with it. You have to unwrap it.
Exactly. The 100 gram bar, you take it out. You're like, what's going on here? It's all over the place. It just feels like it's like when you see an alien trying to be born out of something. It's like it's kind of emerging. So I could see that being an issue. Nobody knows what it is. People get confused. Like, what does that have? Rice Crisps in it? It's like, yeah, I think so. It's like, is there a peanut butter based something in there? Like, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know even what's in the 100 gram bar versus, is it a Milky Way with Rice Crisps?
Rice Crisps and caramel. 3 things that everybody likes. Everybody likes caramel with a chocolate bar. Nobody's like, oh man, there's caramel in this. I'm not eating it.
That's a good point.
Reese's, I think part of what the success with Reese's is, first of all, great name. Second, people know what it is. It's chocolate with a peanut in it. It could be different sizes. It has brand recognition. It's had a great media strategist over the last 80 years, whereas like the 100 gram bar, not as much.
They advertise aggressively. Like Reese's is out here getting it done with the orange wrappers. They're really making moves. I
they've
haven't seen
gone
a
into
baby.
ice cream.
Oh yeah,
There's like Reese's ice cream. Like they're really like aggressively trying to expand the brand. 100 grand is just kind of like we might be at CVS, we might not.
yeah. It's like 100 grand. If I was to do you know what, like remember when Tarantino got Travolta and be like, you know what, this guy's great and everybody's forgotten about him. If I
That's
was to
100 grand.
draft the Travolta 100 grand payday, probably Baby Ruth. I'd give Crackle a shot. If I was a Tarantino-esque director, I'd give Crackle a run. Um,
Well, so here's the one you're missing
Heath
because
Bar.
I think the Travolta Pulp Fiction is the Rolo bar. I think everybody
No,
loves Rolo bars. You can't
no
find
one
them
like
anywhere. What do you
Rolo is
mean, no
not good.
one?
No one likes Rolos.
Who?
Rolo is it's has a bad like texture to it. Rolos are like they're slippery. A Rolo again doesn't know what it wants to be. It's like, hey, what? We're a cylinder. Like what? Like get out of here, Rolo. It
Wow,
just
this is like my least favorite Wilds take probably ever.
if you
People
want a
love
Rolo,
Rolo bars.
um, what is it? It's a candy. You pull it apart. It's a caramel comes. It's kind of like bisected.
Yeah, it's almost like a star. It's like Starburst. Like you buy like it's like a roll
No,
of
I don't like those.
Rolos.
No, those are bad. That's caramello. You want caramello versus Rolo head to head? That would be like Ravens Bills. You think that they're both on the same level until you see them head to head. Caramello would wash Rolo.
Well, see,
Wash them.
I love caramello bars, but I never see those anymore. I thought those were just gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's the problem. I would. What happened to caramello?
Well, do your thing about Crackle because I really want to dive into this. I thought it was one of your best and most important takes. We've known each other since 2006,
Yeah. I guess so.
somewhere in there.
This is one of my best takes.
I thought it was the one that resonated with me personally as hard
Okay.
as anything, as any of your recent albums. As any of your recent work, even when you did a little country there for a second, you little hillbilly rock.
Like still like this one. Both
Yeah.
a compliment and an insult. My Crackle take was one of my best takes. Look, every year you get the Hershey's Fun Bag mix, and there's Crackle. You open it up, you have the Crackle, you think, this is great. There's no reason Crackle can't have the career that the Crunch Bar is having. And Crunch Bar is up here with a trophy case filled of most improved candy, most valuable candy, finals candy MVP.
Also, like
Crackle.
Hershey bar with s'mores. Like it's got this whole second career where it's like you have to have it with the s'mores.
It's an ice cream. I've had Hershey Crunch, and there's Crackle out here. Pop in a game, give you 25 one night, and then disappear for weeks on end. What Crackle pop up, throw for 300 yards, win you a game, 3 touchdowns, and then just gone. So I don't know what to do with Crackle. Part of me thinks that Crackle, I don't want to say this, but part of me thinks that Crackle doesn't have the heart. Got all the tools, but just might not have the motor. Or Crackle on it. Here's the other thing about Crackle, might not want it. Afraid of the bright lights on Halloween. One of the ideas I had was like, Crackle, maybe you should bail on Halloween. Try to find another holiday like Peeps did. Peeps couldn't compete on Halloween. Peeps like, we got to be out. We got to go to Easter. Candy Canes saw the lineup in Halloween. They can't compete here. We need to go to Christmas and just try to dominate Christmas. Maybe Crackle looks around, says, hey, you know what? Thanksgiving. Why don't we can take after dinner mints. But right now, Crackle can't cut it. Can't cut it on Halloween.
I was thinking, you made me think about Crackle, which I had really never truly thought about. And I'm with you. It would always be in the chocolate bags. You'd be like, oh, Crackle.
Yeah,
Solid.
there you are.
Game manager.
Yeah.
Reminded me of a couple actors over the years that seemed to have all the tools and something was missing. Like right now, it's Chris Hemsworth. I don't know why Chris Hemsworth isn't one of the Chris Hemsworth. I just called him Helmsworth. Maybe that's part of the problem. Chris Hemsworth. Like I loved him in Rush. I really liked the movie Rush, the race car movie about about Nicky Lotta and the other guy, but James Cook, whatever his name was, the Bills running back. He's got everything you need. He's 6'3", handsome,
Yep.
be a leading man. He was in Black Hat with Michael Mann. He could be in a rom-com. He can kind of do it all, but it's never really happened. And if he's opening a movie, I don't think it's probably going to do well because he's the star of it. But Ryan Reynolds was in this zone for 10, 12 years. And then I think he escaped because it feels like he's an A-plus lister. So I don't know. Maybe that's...
Oh, Ryan Reynolds did, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, so you're saying, but Ryan Reynolds was, I feel like, and I'm not a Ryan Reynolds expert, although I'm a fan, it feels like Deadpool pushed him beyond. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to try to be for everybody. I'm going to be a little more foul, and then that will allow my personality. So maybe, I don't know how that plays for Crackle. Maybe
that's
Crackle
needs its Deadpool. Here's what I think here's what it needs. It needs to be in a show like a Stranger Things season 4, like a Euphoria season 3. And there's some episode where the character is like really obsessed, just loves Crackle, like a big Crackle fan. And it's just, you know how those shows sometimes that our kids watch can just get momentum with weird shit?
Yeah.
Crackle
it's like
just needs its moment. It needs like it's some sort of moment. It's just never had it.
I mean, this is going to hurt if you work at Crackle, but I don't think the leading characters in any film are going to love Crackle.
Yeah.
Well, be like a secondary character or some, a supporting character. It's like, man, my weird friend loves Crackle.
The comic relief. Yeah. Comic relief guy loves Crackle. Isn't that weird?
It's like, how did you get even 12 Crackles? If you have to buy, there's only come 3 to a bag. Hershey's doesn't believe in Crackle either, or Nestle. I don't even know who the parent company is, but they don't believe in Crackle. They don't think Crackle has it either. So if you're not getting support from management, thinks, all right, everyone's given up on Crackle. Maybe this is Crackle's moment. Maybe you should just be the change you believe in and just start eating Crackles all the time. But again, probably not bad for the podcast though, because of the stupid Rice Crisps.
I think it's like a Formula One situation where Hershey is the preferred driver of the Formula One team and Crackle is like the number 2 team. Could maybe, if you gave it the number 1 car, maybe it could drive it, but it's just not going to get there the way it is. I would do a rebrand. I think the K hurts it. Maybe go back to the C. I think when people do goofy spelling for food or, like things you have to purchase, sometimes there's a backlash with that. And maybe the sizes have to be different. Maybe thinner, maybe fatter. Like you think about Kit Kat.
Can't go thinner. Thinner is the score bar. SKOR. Get out of here. Nobody wants a score.
Yeah,
you can't go thinner. I don't messing with the shapes. It comes across as desperate. Once you start
counter, Kit Kat has done a lot of renovation stuff with the Kit Kat. Like they'll have like a white chocolate Kit Kat. They'll have during Halloween season, they'll have like a spooky Kit Kat. And it kind of works. It's like, I'll try that.
No, but Kit Kat is operating from a position of strength. Kit Kat, that's like the Lions running trick plays. Like we can do so much stuff. We're so good at the fundamentals. We're running other stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
Crackle can't go out there doing, the Philly special. Like, you just got to work on blocking and tackling right now, Crackle.
I think Kit Kat's on the Mount Rushmore. I think almost everybody likes Kit Kat. I think part of the success is the double piece. Like you can share it. Be like, you want to have half of my Kit Kat, cut it out, give one person the bar, you keep the other one. It's a good name, memorable. It's just really good.
I think that is 100% marketing. I bet less than 1% of Kit Kats are shared. And you want the option to share it.
Yeah.
I think
really
anyone's got to, no one's been, I got this Kit Kat. Do you want one? I think that rarely happens. You can share any candy. I can break a Twix in half too, but nobody does that.
Twix is another one. I think Twix has had a really good,
Twix is on a great
we've been kids. Really good run.
Great run. Great frozen. So who's on your Mount Rushmore? Kit Kat.
I
Did you
have
do it?
100 grand, Kit Kat, M&Ms, Hershey, and
Hershey
Twix.
Kisses.
I have five.
That's
No, I
five.
just like
That's
the
five.
regular, the Hershey bar. I have 5 in the Mount Rushmore because Twix has to be on there. I really respect the Hershey though. I like that the little squares. You can have half of it, 2/3. As you know, I make raw dog s'mores where I don't actually
Oh yeah.
microwave them. I just put like a graham cracker, 2 marshmallows, and like half a Hershey, and I just eat it.
Well, it's Snickers on.
I don't do Snickers.
Wow.
Not a Snickers guy.
Wow. Okay.
What was your Mount Rushmore?
I mean, the Mount Rushmore for me personally, or what
Yeah.
I think should
No,
be the
your personal Mount Rushmore.
Uh,
You could go 5, not 4.
it's not going to be it's not going to be well received. Reese's peanut butter cups. You ready?
Yeah.
York peppermint patties.
Yeah. It's really weird.
It's getting worse. Necco wafers.
Okay.
I love a dry wafer. And then I'll probably just go plain M&Ms. I like it's the York that is really off-putting to people. And the
Yeah,
wafers.
the York's just gross. I don't even
I
know
just
what to
love
say to that. Did you ever have the Reggie bar when Reggie Jackson had his candy bar? Do you remember eating those?
No, I never got. That's a little before my time, and then I don't think I've ever seen them for sale.
I remember eating them as a kid and liking them, even though he was a Yankee. But it was basically 100 gram bar is my memory of it. It was right on the corner. Very similar.
Maybe, well, yeah. Celebrity endorsement. Not bad.
I mean, it's a good Anthony Edwards thing. Maybe this is the key. Is you remember when LeBron attached himself to Blaze Pizza and we didn't know what Blaze Pizza was, and we were like, "Wait, what's he doing?" And then it was like, "Oh, Blaze Pizza, that's the one." And all of a sudden, Blaze Pizza was worth $1 billion. Maybe Anthony Edwards needs to do it with a Crackle.
Okay, we gotta find someone that likes.
Anthony Edwards takes 13 threes in a game. Sits in his locker room after, makes 5 funny comments to media members as he's eating a Crackle. And people are like, something's happening with Crackle.
That would work. That would 100% work. That's the longest anyone's ever talked about Crackle. And that includes inside the Crackle building. They're like, can we just move on to Mr. Goodbar?
Maybe they took some notes.